Hey guys, my name is Tushar Kulkarni. I'm a viewer from India. You're watching Trucker Josh Vlogs. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe and enjoy the video.
Good morning, people of the earth, people of the world. It is another new day. Diesel, let's let you outside, okay? Let's just make sure that the yard is clear. Ooh, it's bright out there. Oh my, there we go. Okay, looks like we're good, man. Give her. Further, further, keep going, keep going. Good boy. Don't pee on my deck. Just getting ready to go out the door. I don't know if you can see all my stuff in the background there. It's already all there, ready to be loaded into the pickup truck. Oh, you know, I could have used another, I don't know, 6 hours of sleep. I already got 8 hours. I'm good to go. I really like sleeping. You know, they say you waste a lot of your life sleeping. What is it, like the average person spends 1/3 of their life asleep? Is that true or is it 1/4? I don't know any facts. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna wake myself up though. Get everything in the pickup, go grab a coffee on the way out, and I'll see you guys at the semi.
Oh dear, okay. Just another day in Manitoba. This is a very, very busy, I'm on Highway 59 here right now. I don't think this is a good time to be moving houses. Like, look at this thing. There's gotta be a better way. Try building it where you want it. I don't think he heard me. I don't get it. Why don't they just build it where they want it? Why do they build it somewhere else and then move it like that? Mess up traffic. I don't know about that. I just don't know. They have to have a permit to do that. Like, that's obvious, right? But do you think the permit would... Really, do you think they'd issue a permit for that? This is one of the busiest highways in southeast Manitoba. It is one of the busiest times. I think it might be better times to do it. I don't know. Like I've said in past vlogs before, I don't know anything about moving houses, so I'm not going to assume like I know better. But common sense would say maybe you just want to build it where you want it. Or maybe you want to use a less traveled road. I don't know. Whatever. Do any of you know what's going on there? I'm speechless. Why go through all of this work and all of this money to move that thing? It's brand new. So it's not like they're moving it from one lot to another because it's old and, they gotta move it. They literally built it somewhere over there just so that they can roll it, fully built, somewhere over there. Now I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and say you could save a lot of money if you just build it over there. But I'm obviously wrong. I guess it's probably cheaper to do this. What do I know? What do I know? I just drive trucks. I don't know anything about houses. I find it hilarious how when on social media or on the channel, when people get offended or when they get upset at something and they have to announce to everybody, "You have been unfollowed. I am unsubscribing. I have to let everybody know." Can you imagine if we did that in real life? You're at like a wedding party or something, or a wedding reception, and you're just not having fun at all. So you just get up on the stage, grab the mic, "Excuse me, I am leaving." Drops the mic, walks out. Meanwhile, everybody in the audience like, who was that guy? It's funny to think of it that way when you think of the channel like a party, like TJV, that's where the party is. And it's an open invite to everybody, right? Anybody, it's an open door. Anybody can walk in. Nobody told them to walk in. Nobody invited them to come in. They just decided to walk in on their own. Maybe they saw some flyers. Maybe they saw a recommended video. Maybe they heard about the channel some way or other and they decided, let's go check this out. Let's join this party. And then for them to turn around and walk up on stage and grab the mic and announce to everybody, "I am leaving." You decided to join the party. You can go. Nobody's stopping you. Go ahead. You know what I do then? Is I walk them to the door and lock it behind them. Or at least I tell the bouncers, hey, this guy wasn't having a good time. Don't let him make the same mistake by entering this party on his own free will again, because he's just not going to have a good time. And off we go. Another epic adventure begins. We are headed east. To the east, to the other side. The other Canada.
Continue
over there.
6.8 kilometers on 59.
You betcha. So let's see what this trip has in store for us. Should be beautiful. Remember I was telling you, Northern Ontario and Eastern Canada, the most beautiful place in the autumn, in fall time? I'll get to prove that point to you in the next couple of days. Should be fun. Oh, another thing. My parts for my drone came in. I don't have my drone with me, but the parts came in and I only picked them up on the way out to this trip, and I don't have my drone with me. So on the next trip, I'll have my drone back. Just if you're wondering why there's been no footage, I still have it. Just switching some parts out on it. For some better ones. Yeah. Let the weasel do his business before we really get going. We just went around to the east side of Winnipeg right now, so wait for him to be done. He's babysitting himself over there. I don't know if you can see him, he ran over to the trees. There he is. Doing his thing. It is so much easier as your dog gets older. So for those of you who've got a dog or got a puppy and you're stressing yourselves out, for Diesel, around the 3-year mark is when he finally started getting it, listening to me, understanding what I was saying to him. Now that he's 5 years old, oh, it's just like having your best buddy with you everywhere you go. You know, I can just let him run around, trust him, he'll come right back. But I'm still smart about it. Like, I won't let him loose in areas that clearly are marked that dogs have to be on the leash. And I don't let him loose around if there's like kids playing around or even other people just walking around, and definitely not if I see other dogs around. So there are still, you know, limits to my trust for him, but it's just sort of common sense stuff, right? I mean, he would never attack anybody, but you don't want him to scare other people, right? And then it's never good. See what I mean? Here he comes. Come on, Diesel. I better get out of his way. Oh, I'm sitting on his seat. Here he comes. Good boy. I was just talking about what a good boy you are. Thank you for proving my point to me right away without even having to try twice. Good boy. Oh, no. Oh, come on, Josh. You know what I forgot? You know what I forgot? Can you guess? What do you need every day when you drive? At least in this truck. I left my shades in my pickup. Those are some nice shades too. Where are they? Are they on the dashboard? No, I brought them in, didn't I? Where would I have put them? Diesel, have you seen my shades anywhere? Usually I would have like put them onto the dash here or something. They're not here. Oh, no. Have you seen my glasses anywhere, Diesel? My shades? Come on, I just bought those. Oh man, really? That's what I think of that. Well, I guess we'll try to do without for a few days. Payday's coming. We'll get a new set. I always like to have one set in the pickup, one set in the semi, for this exact reason. I always forget to move it back and forth between the vehicles, so I just like to leave them in the vehicle. But there is a silver lining. There is some good. Not that. Look what I found before I left. Hey, my hat. And I tried Britt's trick of washing it in the dishwasher. And it did work. It actually cleaned it, but unfortunately the hat is fading. That's not dirt, that's just fading. But it did clean all the dirt that was on there. Oh, and it fits so nice. I love this hat. This is my favorite hat. At least we got this for this trip. Eastbound on the Trans-Canada here in Manitoba. You can see they've paved the shoulders here. I believe that was part of the deal of increasing the speed limits through Manitoba. They wanted to increase them from 100 kilometers an hour to 110. So that's from about 60, 62 miles an hour to 68 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour. let's just round it up from 60 to 70 mile an hour, something like that. Very close. So they want to up the speed limit, but the deal was that they had to pave the shoulders then, which makes sense to me because your shoulders should be paved on the federal highway anyway, just in case, you know, in case you need to avoid a deer, avoid an accident, if you break down, or sometimes if the wind pushes you off onto the shoulder. When it was gravel, that shoulder would suck you right in. Sometimes it would make you lose control, you know? Safety reasons, having a paved shoulder. What's interesting to me is the freeways and the highways in British Columbia and the mountainous region are 120 kilometers an hour. Now out here in the flatlands of the prairies, you would think that our speed limits would be higher than that of those winding through the mountains. Nay, nay, not in Canada. Why would we do anything that makes sense? I think the speed limits on these highways, this is just my own personal opinion, I think it should be a variable speed limit between summer and winter. In wintertime, I'd say make the speed limit 110. Summertime, make the speed limit 130, 135. That would equal out to be in wintertime 60 mile an hour, and in summertime 80 mile an hour. And it's just a straight road, and if it's summertime, 80 mile an hour. Coming up to the Ontario border here, and the lovely people at the DOT scale have opened it for our convenience. Pardon me, for our inconvenience. For their convenience. For my inconvenience. Alright, let's go tell them how fat we are, Diesel. Come on. We'll sit on the scale for them. Can you imagine if people did this in real life? You're just walking down the street and somebody, an officer comes, flags you down. Excuse me, ma'am. I'd like you to, I need you to come stand on the scale for me. Alright? Just need you to come stand here. Just gotta make sure you're of legal weight. What? These sidewalks can only handle so much weight. I have to make sure you're of legal weight. Wow. Oh, that escalated quickly. Alright, let's roll the window down so we can hear what they have to say. This guy in front of me is taking his sweet time. Better to take your sweet time at these places than to rush through it, you know what I mean? These are trucker cops. Alright, I'm next. I'm not very heavy at all, so I'm definitely not going to be overweight. All my lights work. Just did my pre-trip, so I'm not really worried. Just wait here. They're going to punch in my license number and DOT numbers. Okay, we got to watch those lights off to the left in the middle there. We got the green light. Day up here in northern Ontario. It's always good. Even in the wintertime, it's beautiful up here. It's just inconvenient to drive through here in the wintertime. That is the main highway of Canada right there. That's actually the only highway at this point through Canada. That is the 17. To get from the east to the west, you have to take this road, or from the west to the east. All freight goes through here on this little 2-lane road. Once we pass Nipigon, it splits into 2. Then you can either take the 11 or the 17. I'm just grabbing some fuel here, as you can see. Keeping an eye on it here on the screen. How's the day going so far for you, Diesel? Doing good. I was running really low on fuel, so it's gonna take a little while. Because like I've told you before, up here in the Great White North, you can only fuel one side of your truck at a time, except for the Pilot Flying J in Edmonton. There you can do both sides at the same time. But maybe I just got lucky that day. And maybe by saying something now, I'm gonna ruin it and they're gonna go fix it. But I could fuel both sides there when I was in Edmonton. Not here. We're just waiting for our driver's side to click off here. That's the satellite. I always do the satellite first. Losing our sunlight earlier and earlier every day. And looks like we're catching up to a slower driver too. Oh goody. That's alright, nothing illegal about going below the speed limit. I'm just hoping he's not one of those guys that, you know, likes to speed up as soon as the passing lane shows up, you know. Or maybe it's one of those women, I don't know, it could be a man or a woman. Well, Diesel, did you get a little too excited? A little bit too excited on my fresh bedding before I could even sleep in it? Apparently when we stopped here and I told him, hey, we're done for the day, it's time to go outside, he got a little bit excited and a little bit leaked out. Just a little bit. But it was enough. Went on my blanket and threw to my sheet, and good thing I still got the plastic on the mattress. It was just a little bit. It wasn't even a full pee or anything. It was just enough. So I guess he just got excited. Does that mean you're getting old, man? Are you losing control of your bladder? We're just gonna say it was a one-time accident, okay? Because that's what it was. Never happens, never happens. He feels so bad, look at him. You're okay, Diesel, don't worry about it. You're fine. Just have to find a washing machine. I've already dried out the blanket and the sheet and whatnot, and so it's not wet anymore, but whatever. We'll clean it the first chance we get. Wasn't that big a deal. That's life. It happens. I hear once I have children, it'll be happening even more often. And even worse. What do you want out there? What do you want? Why are you creeping past here? What do you want? So I made it well into Ontario. We're in Thunder Bay, Ontario. I got a full day of driving or so till my next stop near Sturgeon Falls, Ontario. We'll do that tomorrow sometime. We'll get going here as soon as we can. Oh, I can't stop yawning and itching my eyes. Pardon me, but I just made half of you yawn, so that was kind of funny. I'm gonna have to end this vlog right now because I can't stay awake. I gotta put the files on the computer and get to bed. I've got a sort of boogie tomorrow. I'd like to get delivered before the end of day, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to make it or not. I still gotta find out when they close. What is tomorrow? Wednesday? Wednesday, so they might be open late. Let's hope. I'm gonna Google it before I go to bed and find out. And I'll let you know tomorrow morning when we get up what's going on. So I hope you'll join us. Subscribe if you haven't already to the channel, and you can find links to all my social media pages down below in the description. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. All that stuff is down below, along with all kinds of other links for you guys to check out. Hope to see you tomorrow.